Welcome to Cape Girardeau, Missouri, where the Redhawks of Southeast Missouri State prepare to face off against the Bruins of Belmont here on the OVC Digital Network. And welcome to House Fieldhouse, home of the Redhawks volleyball team. I'm Rebecca Ganchabella, and I'm happy to have Noelle Williams alongside me tonight. And Noelle, we are getting set for a very interesting game tonight, as the Bruins are at the bottom of the leaderboard, while the Redhawks are in the top three.
Well, Rebecca, SEMO currently does have a record of 5-3 for the conference, and the Bruins are 2-6. Now, SEMO does have an overall better record, but the Bruins are coming off a 2-game winning streak. They won 2 of their last 2 games against 2 teams that have a higher rank than they do.
Well, one of those teams was Eastern Kentucky, who is second from the bottom. That's just one spot above Belmont in the rankings. But the other team was Austin Peay, the #1 team in the OVC. That probably was a huge confidence boost for the Bruins, as these are their only 2 wins so far this season. But that's just what happens when opponents get too comfortable when playing a lower-ranked team.
Well, looking at the stats, it seems as if Southeast does have the advantage, and both teams do have a history of being inconsistent. The Bruins tend to unexpectedly do well against teams that they're expected to be beat by. If Belmonts do intend to increase their chances of making the playoffs, they'll need to be much more consistent when it comes to wins.
Well, since you mentioned stats, Noelle, let's take a look at some of these numbers between these 2 teams today. Southeast has a 10% better hitting percentage than Belmont, which will be extremely crucial today. SEMO tends to utilize opponent errors to their advantage to pick up some of those extra points. Belmont is averaging 2 less digs a set, which probably has helped a lot of their opponents pick up wins if the Bruins just can't recover from those kill attempts.
Well, usually teams that do average better when it comes to digs to SEMO does have a chance to slow down the Redhawks' offense. However, Southeast does lead Belmont Bruins in both digs and kills per set. So depending on how Southeast plays in this game will definitely determine how the game plays out. Now, when Southeast played SIU and Morehead State, they did lose in 4 sets and posted about 10 less digs in the game. However, when they beat EKU and UT Martin, they had about 5 more digs than both teams.
Well, you mentioned inconsistency a little bit earlier in this pregame, and that could definitely be a weakness for this Redhawks team today. They've had 7 games that have gone to 5 sets this season. They've won 5 of those 7 games, and 4 out of those 5 wins came after winning the first 2 sets, but giving up sets 3 and 4 to their opponents. But if SEMO doesn't get too comfortable with it after the first 2 sets, this could be another sweep for this team, as Belmont is 0-12 within 3-set matches. But the longer this match goes, the better chance the Bruins have of picking up the win, and the better chance SEMO has of taking the loss. One of the victories for the Bruins came in a 4-set match, while the other came in a 5-set.
Well, Belmont's 5-set win was against Austin Peay, so SEMO cannot be comfortable in this game. For some reason, the Belmont Bruins just cannot get a good start, but usually they pick up the pace in the match. So SEMO needs to come out strong in the first set and remain that way.
We're going to see if the Redhawks can do that today against the Belmont Bruins. Be sure to stick with us here on the OVC Digital Network. The first serve between the Bruins and the Redhawks is up next.